up, everybody? Back again with another video. So after you get your authority up and running, right, that first year go by, let's say you did your new insurance audit and all that stuff, it's going to be some things that you're going to have to keep your eye on because they are mandatory that they get paid and everything like that every single year. Outside of the monthly expenses, it's some things that you do have to pay attention to that are required on a yearly basis. So let's take a look at some of those things and what they are. All right, so right here, do not pay attention to these dates because these are actually my dates that when my yearly tasks are due. As you can see, how I like to keep up with this is, as you can see, I have a notepad. I have this in my note, and if you have an iPhone or something like that, I like to use iCloud because I do have a MacBook as well. You're going to want to invest in a computer too. It doesn't have to be a Mac or anything like that. I just like the Mac because, you know, whatever I do, the tasks that I do on my phone, it shows up on my computer. It's just easy for me to maintain that type of stuff. So you definitely want to have a computer because some of the stuff is going to require you to pull up some of the stuff on a computer, on a desktop, a laptop instead of your phone. I know I like to do a lot of stuff on my phone as well, but that's just a little side note. But here, as you can see, the clearinghouse inquiry. Now, this is basically, you know, they started this new clearinghouse stuff for the drug and alcohol. You know, things can get reported to the clearinghouse that happens on the road out there with a driver. You know, that stuff get reported to the clearinghouse, like drugs, alcohol abuse, and things like that. And what they are requiring us to do is do an inquiry on our drivers. And if you are driving for yourself, you have to do one of these inquiries on yourself. So you pull up the actual clearinghouse website, log in, create an account and all that type of stuff. And then every single year, as you can see, I already done mine for December. I already done it. You have to go on there and you have to submit an inquiry on yourself. This costs about $2. It's about $2 to submit the inquiry, and that has to be done every single year. The next one, as you can see, is the UCR. Now you can go to UCR.gov. I know a lot of people who paid to get their authority paperwork done for them, you know, they may not be familiar with this, but this is something that has to be paid every single year. Now, if you are with a company, I know it's a lot of companies out there that you guys have probably signed up for that handles all this stuff for you. This is just for the people that do all of this stuff themselves like I do. So the UCR, you know, it's a tax that has to be paid for trucks. Also, it has to be paid for every single truck. This has to be paid for every single truck that you have in your fleet. So you have to pay the UCR every single year, as well as the 2290 form. The 2290 form is a tax. This is an IRS form. For those that are leased onto a carrier right now, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the 2290 because you guys have to pay the 2290 or submit a 2290 tax form on your truck every single year as well. But this is a task that has to be done. It's required. It has to be done every single year. And of course, the LLC registration. Now this, you can push this out. I know in Georgia, you can push this out to, I believe, 5 years. I did 2 years for mine, so mine isn't due until March of 2023. But these things, the reason why I'm talking about these yearly tasks, because they don't necessarily send you out a reminder. So you have to have some type of way to remind yourself that these things are due, because a lot of these things can come due and you don't get a reminder. Next thing you know, you get a letter in the mail saying, hey, you forgot to pay this, we're going to cancel this, we're going to fine you this, and all these different type of things. So make sure that you guys have a way that you are keeping up with these tasks that are due yearly instead of every single month. So when it's due yearly, it's easy to forget about it. All right, now the biannual update, this is for the FMCSA. You log on to your portal, and this is basically updating any information. If anything changed, if the business address changed to where your truck is registered and stuff like that, you have to update that. If you got a new truck, new drivers, or if you got hazmat added in or anything like that, that biannual update has to be submitted yearly. You can, I think this is only required every 2 years, but you can definitely update it every single year to try to keep better track of it. Mine is due, you know, 6/1/23 is when I would do my next update for the FMCSA website. If you don't have any changes, it's really simple. You just go on there, you just click update, and then that's all you have to do for that. Your medical card. Now, the medical card is a 2-year thing, but if you get anything come back, like if you got high blood pressure or anything that you got to go back and forth to the doctor for, they are going to put you on a 1-year medical card. You're going to have to come back every single year to get a medical update or a checkup to, update your medical card. And this have to be submitted to the DMV. So every time you get the medical card update, you have to take that information by, or some places let you do it online. You have to submit your medical card information to the DMV. This is part of your CDL for CDL Class A holders. You have to have a medical card on file along with your driver's license on the DMV. So that has to be done every single year or every 2 years. Truck and trailer inspections. Now, this is a yearly thing. You're not required to have a quarterly update on your truck or a quarterly inspection done on your truck. If you get stopped by DOT or whatever, they're looking at the annual inspection report. So make sure you have your truck, the annual inspection report. Make sure you have that with you in your truck at all times, because that is something that is a mandatory requirement. You have to have that trailer and truck inspection form with you at all times in your truck. Last one is going to be the Drug and Alcohol Consortium. Like, this is done every single year. You have to get this updated every single year. Now, you don't get a drug test every single year, but you do have to pay for the actual consortium program every single year. It's a yearly requirement that you have to have, and you have to be enrolled every single year, depending on who you went with. Of course, I'll let you guys know I went with OIDA for the Drug and Alcohol Consortium program, and they did already give me a random drug test. So just keep in mind that the drug test is random. You won't get drug tests every single year, but it is required that you have yourself enrolled in this program and have it updated every single year. All right, and that's pretty much it, guys. That's a list of things. That's about 8 things that you have to pay attention to, because it's mandatory that you have these things. It is a requirement that you have these things up to date every single year. So I kind of wanted to point that out, because I know that some of these things that are not due monthly, it don't be on your mind, and it's easily to forget these things, but they are requirements that you need. So make sure you have a way or a system in place that you can keep track of these things and the dates. As you can see, all of these have different due dates. All of these are due at a different time. So I have a spreadsheet also, and like I said, I have it in my notes on my iPhone, which is on iCloud, so I can check it and look at the dates from time to time, periodically, to see where I'm at with some of these things, and just keep a reminder in my head when some of these things is getting close to being due. I pull up my notes and I can see that, okay, it's getting close for me to do my medical exam. So my DOT exam, I have to get it done. So now I keep that in mind, that I have to get that done soon. So hope this video was helpful, guys. Let me know, as always. Thank you for watching my video. Leave your comments, like, share, subscribe. Till next time, see you in the next video.